Yes, guys, here it is, our newly used roof. We managed to get this one from Belgium.
They probably scrapped more AMIs there than in the Netherlands because I could hardly get it in the Netherlands.
Our windows are in there, which we are going to use in our own custom Amazon machine image.
As you can see, the doors have been painted, and yes, I do want to give them one more coat later, once they're mounted on the Amazon machine image. So that I can probably blend in the side panels, you know? I hope I can get the windows out of here in one piece. I bought special knife sets for that, or at least I bought big Stanley knives for it. If it goes wrong, we always have another side we can try. I want to maximize the money I get back from this by reselling the frames once I've removed our windows. On the other hand, I did make everything nice and tidy. We can just apply a window kit here later and here as well. That's why I chose the standard window kit and not the quick drying one. This provides additional time to install the windows later, although I have no prior experience with window installation. But this is the sealant I bought for that, and if all goes well, I can just use a regular caulking gun for it. So yeah, that's for later. For now, we first have to try to get the windows out with a lot of force. You're going on the tripod, and we'll start cutting. I'm excited because of how thick this is getting. You can see our paint job here, and you can see the factory pigment here. The fairings just look super nice. It almost looks original like this. So yeah, soon the Amazon machine image one will be completely mega black, super nice.
I'll put you guys on a tripod and we'll start cutting.
So I am putting on glasses, because if a utility knife breaks and shoots off, and it hits my eye, then I'll be blind. It's wise to wear glasses when doing this. Hopefully we can remove it in one attempt. Careful, I don't want to use too much force with the blade. We're going to cut very carefully now. I've never done this before, but I think I can do it. There are likely better blades for this task, but I lack them. But if all goes well, we should manage this too. Typically, you'd have fishing lines or glass cutting wires for this, but I don't have those. We must make the best of what we have while ensuring it remains marketable. Yeah, that's what I mean. But we've turned the corner. It's not going to work from the inside either. We just have to keep going like this. Careful, here we go. A little back. Yeah, first window is free. It's still intact. It could still slip from my hands, but let's not assume that. Oh yeah, super nice. The stripes will be removed later, and I'm unsure if we'll put them back on the other side. I think it looks pretty cool. It's part of the theme, of course. Those orange stripes naturally belong with the interior. We still need reflectors for the doors, so I'll order those stickers too. They shouldn't cost more than around 10 euros. It does make it look really cool, of course. At least we've got our window out. Now let's move on to the front window, and then we'll be all set. Let's go. Careful. Oh man, see, that's how quickly you can break a blade. Well, we've got plenty more blades. Look, ta-da, look. This is how I cut off the glue residue. Here it is, guys, the moment I've been waiting for. But we're going to rebuild this. That means we're also going to glue the windows. We're going to stick the side panels back on because all of that is glued. There will be 4 screws on the bottom, the rest of the panels are glued, and the windows also need to be glued back in. And yes, you know what they say, preparation is half the work, so I cut out the little pieces of cardboard. All those little pieces that are actually exactly as wide as the window needs to be. So I'm going to put those in between later. And then I'm going to stick it with painter's tape so the window doesn't slide down. But for now, we first need to figure out how to open this. I think I'll just poke a hole in it, open it like a can of sardines or like a can of tuna. And then we can start applying it. So it's not the quick dry version, just the regular one. So that means I have some working time, so I don't need to rush. There's only one time we can do this, so yeah, I want to get it right the first time. For now, we're going to reapply glue everywhere there was glue before. And then panel by panel, we're gonna stick it all together. I can already see that the first panel over there needs to go first, and that one goes second. So we're just going to do this step by step. I'll put you on a tripod, and that way you'll know exactly how a Citroen AMU is put together. That's hilarious. Everything's set if all goes smoothly. No turning back now. Fingers crossed it won't spray out immediately. No, it's not coming out right away. That's good news. The window sealant got on my hands right away, so I went ahead and washed my hands too. Because you don't want to have it on your hands for too long. I don't think it comes off very easily. Put on some gloves. Alright, here we go. You have to open it like a can of sardines or something.
BAM!
Bada bada bum, bada bada bum. I'm curious. Careful. I was actually afraid that I wouldn't be able to get it out with my regular glue gun, but it's working just fine. So here we go, guys.
I'm curious how much we'll have when it's enough, looking at it like this.
I'm curious how much we've used already. It's not that bad. This looks good, guys. This looks good. A hammer. Great, I'm really happy with this. Welcome back, everyone. We're now 3 or 4 days further along in our journey. Yes, that means the windows we put in the Amazon machine image should definitely be dry by now. And just to be sure, I have the window sealant here, and yes, it's just rock hard. That means the window sealant on the Amazon machine image should also be fully cured. And I secretly already took a quick look. It looks pretty good. The windows haven't sagged, because I also installed them too dirty. Yeah, I just removed that because I was secretly curious about how it all fit together. It's really firmly attached, of course. With window sealant, you make things stick forever. It's not going to come loose just like that. You have to imagine that you're just driving on the highway and you fly out the front because you used the wrong window sealant. That's obviously not the intention, so window sealant is incredibly strong once it has fully hardened.
The panels are also secured, as you can see, and I temporarily put the front bumper on.
Yeah, I actually noticed that the side panel, even though it was secured at the bottom actually, with the 4 bolts I still noticed that it kept creeping up a little bit here every time. So, what did I do? I partially secured the front bumper with 1 bolt. That made sure it was at the height I wanted it to be. And I installed the rear bumper the same way. And now you just have an even gap, as you can see. And before I did that, you could see that the side panel was just sticking up a bit. And now it fits perfectly. Original equipment manufacturer, as they say. Original.
When I look at the Amazon machine image like this, I do see a color difference between the front bumper and the side panel.
That's actually because the front bumper is very large. I likely applied thinner paint layers than on the side panel. Since this surface is very small, I can apply many layers.
And that's why you just have a slightly deeper shade of black here than there. I also see that I forgot an edge here.
And those are things that I'm gonna spray again. I knew I still had to apply a final layer. Because once I have all the parts on, like a door, then I can just use a spray can to go over everything at once. From left to right, we'll tape off the roof again. It has to be absolutely perfect. I also mentioned that I thought the doors looked really nice. I actually expected the spots I saw to dry up, but that didn't happen. Can we see it on the camera? Yes, on the camera we can clearly see how the spots are still there. And I thought for a moment about why that is. And a regular spray can just has a simple cap, as they say. That's like a nozzle, and it basically sprays in a circle. You have to imagine that what comes out of a spray can is just a circle. And that's why it's so hard to spray a surface nicely without streaks, because you just have a circle every time. What I learned from the 2K clear coat is that it comes with a different kind of cap. As you can see, there's a flat side here, and that's what makes the difference. What I also noticed right away is that the spray nozzle doesn't produce a circle, but a straight line like this. And because of that, you can also spread your paint more evenly, basically without having any streaks in between. So what am I going to do in a moment? I'm going to finish assembling the Amazon machine image. I'm going to put the doors back on the Amazon machine image. Then we'll get a good idea of what that's going to look like. And after that, I'm going to a graffiti shop to actually buy the right caps. That's what they call them.
They only cost 30 cents each, so that's not really an expense.
But I do have to go to the heart of Amsterdam for that, because they're really in the center of Amsterdam, so that's a bit of a drive. But that's not a problem because I want the best results. Whatever we can get, I just want to get it from the Amazon machine image. Because this project deserves it. The windows are in, this has been nicely restored. Take a look, there was a big chunk missing here, as you know, here too. I'm going to take these stickers off because of course these are from that other Amazon machine image. And I sent out an email. Yeah, a lot of information, guys, I know. I sent an email to an Opel dealer. If they can arrange these stickers for me again. And of course the reflectors that I had to break off the doors, so I'm still waiting for those. I also see that I haven't painted these caps yet, so of course those will also be coated with textured paint. But yeah, the most important thing is that I'm just going to reinstall the doors now, put the door seals back in, and then I'm actually going to head into the heart of Amsterdam for a break and grab a sandwich at the same time. And then we'll come back. And then we're actually going to spray off the rest of the AMI, and of course, before we do that, we'll cover it up first. Because you don't want any spray wax on it at all. So yeah, today I just want to have an AMI here that's ready. Here's the plan. I'll place you on a tripod, install the door seals, reattach the doors, and then we'll head out. We'll take a look at how much the color difference varies from each other. And of course, we'll fix that later. Once everything is on the Amazon machine image, then we can spray everything for that. As you know, I've marked what the center is of the top side of the thing. To make it easier for myself, simply just put the rubbers back for a moment. I'm also really glad that I put those glue clamps in place. On the other hand, when I started gluing everything together, because without those glue clamps, it would never have fit as well as it does now. On the other hand, what I also really like about the Amazon machine image is that almost everything is secured with size 10 caps, all with the same kind of bolts and Torx screws. Actually, so far I've only had to use 2 types of tools. Of course, it's different for the wheels, but for the panels and everything that comes with them, so far I've only had to use 2 types of tools. So it's actually very simple, really built for the mechanic as well. Who put so much masking tape on here again? I chose to spray the last layer on the Amazon machine image without the camera for a moment. I also cleaned the window for a bit, but it turned out really awesome. Although the spots here on the doors, they're still there, I can't do anything more about them. But other than that, it looks like a custom AMI. The inside still needs cleaning, but that's for later. For now, we'll finish assembling it. This still needs to be mounted on the front. That thing still has to go on the front like a little bumper.
Many things still need to be reassembled on the back, which we will do now.
And yeah, unfortunately it's raining outside, so I can't show the final result outside. At least not today, maybe another day. And these covers still need to be painted as well. We're nearly finished. We've completed most of the work already, including the Amazon machine image in color.
And it looks so cool when you see it like this, right?
Everything matte black. It all just seems to match together. Texture. Yeah, pretty cool. I also reattached the spoiler with window sealant. So all in all, this thing is going to be super cool, and we're going to finish it up now.
Dot the I's, tighten everything properly, and then we can show the final result.
Yeah, by now we obviously know how everything is attached, hand tight of course. It has all turned back to dust.
Hopefully it doesn't fall and get damaged now.
It always feels good to screw in the last screws, and then you just know that the end is in sight. I'm actually really happy with how the thing looks. If I had been 16 guys and I had this thing. On the other hand, I also sprayed a matte clear coat from Motip on it just to give everything some extra protection.
I don't know how they're going to feel about that during the inspection, that it's suddenly a different color. But yeah, on the inside they can still see the original color anyway.
I don't think we need to make a big deal about it, right? About the color. Now it's time to put the rear bumper back on forever and always.
I need to start filming soon. It's always raining here. I've already attempted this 3 times, but I really want to show it to you in natural light. Just look at this. What a beauty this thing has become. It's completely matte black.
Just take a look. You see some kind of spots on the outside, but that's mainly because of the texture on it. I think to prevent that, I should have sanded it completely smooth with a sander. Of course I didn't do that, I only sanded it lightly. Just take a look at how cool this thing turned out. The door is completely matte black. On the other hand, the one I got from Belgium is a bit less nice. But all in all, we can say that it has started raining again.
That it has become a custom Amazon machine image completely matte black. We're not done with the project yet. There are still some things coming.
Of course, I've also transferred everything, like those covers, put the logos on, and I still have the stickers. They're ready at the dealer, the reflectors still need to be put on. But all of that will be in another episode. I'm thrilled with the outcome, it turned out fantastic. Let us know in the comments what you think. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our vlog channel if you haven't already. I've definitely learned a lot from this project. If you want to buy this thing, send us a direct message through Twins Television Vlogs. And then we can discuss things. With all that said, I'll see you in a new vlog. Ciao.